In today's tutorial, I am going to be teaching you guys the easiest way on how to cut and sew this rolled collar neckline dress. The difference between mine and the inspiration is that mine has a continuation sleeve and also mine is a plain white. So every other thing is the same. If this is something you're interested in, then keep up watching and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. I'm going to be making use of 3 yards of crepe fabric. So I've gone ahead to mark out all the horizontal lines on my pattern paper. So this is the shoulder line. So I placed my tape on the shoulder line. I marked my chest line, my bust point line, my under bust line, my waist line. Then from the shoulder, I also marked my hip line. Then I also marked the full length of the gown. I will label all the lines. This is the shoulder line, the chest line, bust point line, under bust line, waist line. This is the hip line, and this is the full length of the gown. So once I'm done, I will place my tape on my shoulder line. I will mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. Then I will place my tape and mark the wideness of the neckline. I mark 3 inches. Now for the front neckline, I will also mark 3 inches. I will connect the points together. For the back neckline, I'm going to be using this pattern for both the back and the front. I will place my tape on the shoulder line. I will mark 7 inches for the back neckline, but I will not connect it now. So I'll place my tape on the shoulder line. I will mark my shoulder slope, which is 1.5 inches. I will place my tape on the chest line. I will mark half of my shoulder measurement. Then I will connect the shoulder slope. Then I'll connect from the shoulder slope to the chest line. I will place my tape on the armhole line. I will fold it into 2 and mark the midpoint. After marking the midpoint, I'll place my tape on that midpoint. I will mark ½ inch inward. Then I'll place my tape on the chest line. I will divide my bust by 4. I will mark it. Then I'll go ahead and connect from the shoulder line to that ½ inch I mark inward. Then connect it to the chest line. Now from this point here, I'm going to mark 3 inches outward like this. So what I marked here is 2 inches. The pattern paper was not enough, so I will extend the line to that point. So when I want to cut it on my fabric, I will add extra. So after connecting it, I'll connect from the chest line again to that point I just marked. I will connect the shoulder slope again using my marker for it to be more visible. I will place my tape on the chest line and extend it. So I'm going to place my tape on the waistline. I will divide my waist measurement by 4. I will mark it. I will place my tape on the hip line. I will divide my hip measurement by 4. I will mark it. Now I'm going to place my tape on the shoulder line and mark my knee line. Okay, so it's very important, mark your knee line. So after marking it, I'll connect the points together. After connecting the points together, I will label it as the knee line. Whatever I marked on the hip line, I will minus 2 inches away from it. I will mark it on the knee line. Whatever you mark on your hip line, minus 2 inches away from it and mark it on the knee line. Then also repeat the same thing on the hemline. Mark whatever you mark on the nail line on the hemline, then add ½ inch to it, just like as I did. So I am going to be adding 1 inch for joining allowance. I will add 1 inch on the chest line, the waist line, the hip line, the knee line, and the hem of the gown. So I'll go ahead and use my marker to connect all the points together, just like as you can see me doing. If you don't understand, watch my videos on how to draft basic bodice pattern or pay for my beginner sewing online class. You will understand better. That is if you do not understand this tutorial. So I will connect all the points together. After connecting it, I'll blend the sharp edge. I will connect the down part. So I'll go ahead and cut it out, just like as you can see me doing. Once I'm done cutting it out, I will use this pattern to cut out on my fabric. So I will not cut out every part, but I'm going to show you guys what I did. So I've gone ahead to use it to cut out on my fabric. I folded my fabric into 2 and I placed it on it to cut it out. Now on this shoulder part, I added extra 1 inch. So I will extend from the pattern paper to the 1 inch. Around this part here, I marked ½ inch round. Around the armhole, I marked ½ inch. So I'm going to be using my French curve to connect from those ½ inch I marked like this to this 1 inch I extended around the shoulder area. So I will like connect it like this and extend it, though I ended up not using this particular shoulder neckline. So I will tell you guys what I did later. Just keep watching. So we add half inch for joining allowance around the shoulder and half inch for joining allowance around the neckline. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Once I'm done cutting it out, I will go ahead and convert this pattern paper to the back part. Just watch what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to connect the neckline. From the neckline, I will mark a slant line to that 7 inches I marked earlier. Okay, so I'll cut it out. After cutting it out, it is time to contour or to remove zip bulge from this dress. So from the waistline, I will mark 1 inch upward. From that same waistline, I will mark 1 inch downward. Now I am going to mark a slant line from those points to the waistline like this. I do this a lot on my tutorials. So after connecting it, I'll go ahead and cut this upper part and use it to close the second line like this. Just lift it up and close it like this. Then pin it down. If you have a seal tape, use seal tape to seal it down. So once I'm done, I will place my tape on the waistline like this. I will mark 0.75 inch inward. Okay, I will mark a slant line from there to the top and from the waist to the down like this. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. After cutting it, I will repeat the same thing I did for the front part of the dress. I will place my tape on the shoulder. I will mark out 1 inch. I will extend it like this. I will mark half inch around the armhole, then connect from those half inch to the shoulder line. I will also add half inch around the shoulder for joining allowance. I will add half inch around the back for the V neckline. That is the V neckline. I will add half inch for joining allowance as well. So once I'm done marking it, I'll go ahead and connect all the points together. After connecting all the points together, I'll go ahead and do the boat contour or bubble contour. So I'll place my tape on the nail line, this nail line. I will mark 1 inch inward. Please pay attention to this part. Then I will mark 1 inch outward like this. So I'm going to extend this line to my fabric. So I'm going to reconnect from the hip line to the nail line to that 1 inch I mark outward. Then I will come to the hem of the gown. I will also mark that same 1 inch outward. I will extend the line like this. So I will mark a slant line from the nail line to the hem like this. So I will blend this sharp edge. Then I will come to this zip area side. I will connect from the hip line to that 1 inch I mark inward using my marker. Then around the down part, I will also mark 1 inch inward. I will connect a slant line from the nail line or a straight line from the nail line to the hem. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. I hope you guys understand what I just explained. Now I'm going to be adding my zipper allowance. I'm going to be adding 1 inch for zipper allowance from the starting to the end. After marking it, I will extend it out like this and keep connecting it. Just keep connecting all the points together. Okay, so once I'm done connecting it, I will go ahead and cut it out just like as you can see me doing. So after connecting it, I will pin the two back together. I will place the zip on it. I will mark where the zip is going to stop. So I want to sew zip on it. From where the zip is going to stop, I am going to sew it to the nail line. Okay, so from where the zip is going to stop, I will mark 1 inch to the nail line. I will take it to the same machine and stitch it down. So after stitching it, I went ahead to sew my zip on it like this. So after sewing the zip on it, I will place the front part of the dress onto the back part, right side facing each other. I will go ahead and pin the shoulders together. I will stitch it with 1/2 inch. I will stitch this other part with 1/2 inch. After stitching it, I will go ahead and iron it. I also went ahead to turn the armhole, but I'm going to lose it again later. I will take this to the same machine and stitch it from the armhole to the hem with 1 inch. So I've gone ahead to lose the armhole. Okay, now I'm going to be reshaping this again. So I will fold the dress into two like this, arrange the armhole properly well, making sure that both sides are equal. Then I'll go ahead and pin it. After pinning it, I will place my tape on the armhole area like this on the shoulder. I will come down by 1.5 inches. Now after marking 1.5 inches, I will minus 3 inches for the wideness of the shoulder. Then I will mark half of my shoulder measurement, which is 8 inches. Then I'll connect from there, a curve from there to the down part like this. Can you see it? I just connected the curve from there downward. Then I'll go ahead and cut out the excess. Another thing I also did is this. I sew armhole dart on this dress. Yes, so I'll go ahead and reconnect this part with 1/2 inch. Know where to sew. So I will place my tape on the shoulder line. I will come down by 4 inches. After marking that 4 inches, I will place my tape on close to the neckline like this. I will mark my bust point line, which is 11 inches. Then I'm going to mark a slant line from that 4 inches to that 11 inches. I will slant my ruler like this and connect it. After connecting it, on this armhole, I will mark 0.75 inch upward, and I will mark 0.75 inch downward. On this line, I will mark 4 inches. So from that 0.75 inches that I mark up on around the armhole, I will mark a slant line to that 4 inches. Okay, that is going to be the length of the dart. So I will fold it into two like this and pin it. So after pinning it, I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and stitch it, just like when you want to sew your dart now, normal. So I will stitch it. I will stitch the other side. After stitching it, I went ahead to turn the armhole. As you can see, you can go ahead and cut out a long stripe from your fabric or baba bias to turn the armhole. So I will open up the zip. I'm going to measure from this zipper point round the neckline down to the other side of the zip, from one end to the other. So whatever I get, I will write it down. Now on my pattern paper, I've gone ahead to mark a straight line. So the measurement I got, I will divide it by 2. I will mark it on my pattern paper like this. Then I will add extra 1 inch for joining allowance. Now for the wideness of the neckline, I'm going to make use of 4.5 inches, 4 inches for the wideness and 1/2 inch for joining allowance. So whatever I marked around the top, I will also mark it around the down part. I will connect the point together using my pencil, but I'm going to later use marker for you guys to see it properly well. Now around this down part, I will extend this line to this point here. I will measure 4 inches around this down part, just to have that pointed down part. So I'll mark a slant line from the top to that 4 inches. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. Once I'm done cutting it out, I will go ahead and fold my fabric into two in a triangular shape like this. So after folding it, you see this part that is closed, I will fold it into two in a triangular shape again. After folding it, you notice that the two sides are closed. So I'll place my pattern paper. This long side of the pattern paper is where I'm going to be placing on this closed part of the fabric. So I'll go ahead and pin it down. Make sure the straight part is on the closed part of the other side. So after pinning it, I will cut it out like this. I hope you guys understand. So once I'm done cutting it out, I will remove the pins. I will notch the middle like this. So after notching the middle, I will open it up. Can you see it? I only have one fabric here. So I will fold the edge, one side of the edge. I will fold it in with 1/2 inch. Please take note, fold it in with 1/2 inch. After folding it in with 1/2 inch, you will turn it to the front, place it like this, right side facing each other. Then just make sure the edges here are the same. After pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine and stitch the edges with 1/2 inch. So once I'm done stitching it, I will turn it to the front. I will use my pencil to choke out the pointed area, then I will iron it. So I will bring my dress, I will fold the neckline of my dress into two. I will notch the middle around the front. So after notching it, I turn the dress to the back, as you can see. So this part that I folded in with 1/2 inch, I will flip it up. Then this other side, I will pin it to the neckline of the dress. Okay, I will pin it round. Make sure you pin it round from the back. After pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine. I will stitch it from the zipper area round to the other zipper area. So once I'm done sewing it, I will go ahead and cut out this excess zip stuff. So after cutting it out, I will go ahead and iron it like this. Okay, you can see that the back is very neat. Just iron it. Once you're done ironing it, go ahead and notch it round. Just notch it round. Once you're done notching it, you're going to place this part where you folded in with 1/2 inch. You will pin the middle to the middle like this. Where you notch, you pin it to the middle to the back. You use it to cover the rough sewing. So just arrange it. By the time you arrange it, you see that it is already covered on its own. All you just need to do is to go ahead and pin it round. This is to make the neckline of your dress very neat. Okay, So by the time you are done pinning it, take it to the same machine and top stitch on it. If you use this method, it will make the neckline of your dress very neat. After top stitching, this is how it's going to look like. Just arrange it and iron it. Okay, that is all. So guys, this is the outcome of the dress. Please don't forget to like this video, comment on it, share it, and subscribe. I'm going to see you guys on my next